Hey guys, I'm still here in Boracay to give you more and more basic videos about investing, particularly in the stock market. I want to talk about risk, and I want to talk about what is the greatest risk when it comes to investing. Because a lot of people talk about investing in the stock market as something that's risky, investing in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies is something that's relatively risky, or starting your own business. They would always say there's a large risk attached to those types of business or endeavors. But here's the thing for me, and this has to change the way you think. No, for me, the greatest risk is not taking any risk at all. Number one, if you just put your money in the bank, you just leave your money where it doesn't generate for you anything, you not just only lose out from inflation. Everyone knows already that when you put your money in the bank, you don't get anything. You get an interest rate that's lower than inflation. Everyone knows that. But based on the statistics, a lot of people leave their money in time deposits and savings accounts. And this is money that they don't even plan to touch for a very long period of time. So why am I saying this, and why is this significant to all of us? It's not just inflation that you should take care of or you should watch out for, especially if you're investing. You should also understand that if you do not invest, if you do not take out any risk at all, you, number one, fail to gain the experience. You fail to gain whatever skills that there is when it comes to investing. Because you have to understand, when you invest in the stock market, when you invest in cryptocurrencies, when you start businesses, it takes time. It takes you honing your skills and your craft also to be good at it. And if you don't start, you not only just remove your ability to make money, you not only just remove the potential for you to make money, but you also remove the skill set that could have been built after it. After all, when you invest in businesses, you have to understand that it goes over and over, that your craft and your skill needs to go in line with what you know. So even for me, when I started out, I tried as much businesses as I can, because if you try and you practice, what happens there? When you try and you practice, everyone will make mistakes. It's not a question whether you will make a mistake or not. It's a question of, when you make a mistake, what do you do about it? When you make a mistake, will you bounce back and use that to springboard you to the next level? And why am I saying this? The sooner you do it, you start with a smaller amount of cash, and when you start with a smaller amount of cash, it allows you to practice and it allows you to get better later. Never put a large amount of money in any investment or any business that you are just starting for the first time. And that's the biggest trap that people fall into. When they retire, when they have enough money, that's when they start going into business. That's when they start going into cryptocurrencies. That's when they start going into stocks. That's not the way to do it. Do it small increments. Do it wherever you are, whenever you have the money. Just put and let it grow. Let that asset grow. But as the asset starts to grow, your asset grows in proportion to your skill. Your asset grows in proportion to the experience that you have as well. So the greatest risk is not taking any risk at all, because you don't allow time to build your asset, and you don't allow yourself to gain the necessary skills and experiences to be able to take that asset or that business to the next level. So what are you waiting for? There's so many investments out there. It doesn't even have to be the stock market. It doesn't even have to be cryptocurrencies. It doesn't even have to be starting your own business. It can be investing in property. It can be real estate. It can be REITs. It can be exchange traded funds. It can be any avenue that will allow you to create value. It can be any investment that you know that once you start putting money into it, that asset will grow over time. But again, it's not about investing in something that doesn't have any risk. Every asset has a risk attached to it. Your goal as an investor is to, number one, check if that risk fits you. That's where studying comes in. That's where financial education comes in. You have to understand the pros, the cons, the risk. If you come into it, how you lose your money, where the money's going, how you can actually make money off of it. Then second is, after knowing the risk, you check, is this something that fits me? If it doesn't fit you, then skip it entirely. Huwag kayo manghinayang in any investment that you think you will make money off of it, but you don't know what you're getting into. That's how you lose a lot of money. If you go into something that you don't know what you're getting into, for sure, once volatility comes in, you will be the first to jump out. You will be the first to try to escape it. So next, after knowing the risk attached to everything, it's time to proportion your money. How do you do it? You proportion your investments to any asset that you believe will make the most for you. So like for example, you're a business person, you're a stock market trader, of course, put more money in stocks. If you're an entrepreneur, put more money in the business that you're trying to start, and that's how you make money. And then to just diversify, to balance things out, you try to substitute and add more to as some sort of a balancing act to other stocks that you know, or other investments that you know you are not as good in. For example, for me, if I'm too aggressive, I need to have a certain portion also to balance what I have as well. So that's how I do it. It's not about being scared of the risk, but it's about finding ways on how you can work around those risks so you can make money. Please don't be scared of the risk. Don't let the fear of losing money prevent you from making much more. Please remember this: as long as you're investing something that you don't plan to touch, as long as you're investing something that is above and beyond what you will use for your day-to-day basis, as long as your emergency fund is intact, as long as you have other investments, don't be scared to take a certain amount of risk. You have to remember this: anything of significance in terms of investing, in terms of gains, in terms of what you can produce, can be accomplished when you take risk. So I'm not saying be reckless, but I'm saying take calculated risk, because the greatest risk is not taking any risk at all. So that's it for now. From Boracay, this is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. Bye bye everyone.